Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this part 2 of a mini series, we're gonna be learning how to make a chocolate mini cakes and Biscoff mini cakes. Simple step-by-step tutorial. So to start this part 2, we're gonna start with chocolate cake, the most delicious chocolate cake ever. So I don't know if I haven't mentioned before, I like to start my recipe getting my ingredients all together. After that, I make my homemade buttermilk, which is only white vinegar or lemon juice to a milk, home temperature milk, okay? Always give preference to use home temperature ingredients, okay? And after that, I set the milk and the white vinegar aside for 5 minutes at least, okay? And I work in my dry ingredients, which is a sugar. I use two types of sugar to the chocolate cake. All of this you're gonna find on my ebook, okay? I'm teaching you here step by step of how to make these cakes. Is an ebook with 7 cake recipes, mini cakes that I sell the most, okay? This mini course is perfect for a small baker, okay, someone that just want to start baking from home, okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna teach you here just the step by step of how you make these cakes, okay. You saw me by working on dry ingredients, and you saw me adding the wet ingredients, and now we're gonna just add a little bit of instant coffee, okay, to a hot water, not boiling, just hot water. And we add it as well to this cake and mix very well. You know, this cake you make in 5 minutes or less. That's why in a part 1 of this mini series, I mentioned that I always turn my oven on before I start my recipes because they are so easy to make, okay. I will make these recipes for over 6 years now, always the same recipes, okay. And they are perfect for small business if you want just to bake for your family at home, you know, because these cakes I use for cupcakes. These recipes I use for cupcakes and for cakes, okay. So it's a very opportunity to have these recipes, okay. I'm not gonna take it too long. In a part 1 of these mini cakes, okay, the video was a little bit longer compared with this video here because we talk about the buttercream recipes and the everything in a part 1 of this mini series, okay. It's about 7 recipes that I'm gonna be working in this mini series, and each video I'm gonna be sharing 2 recipes, okay. So after adding your cake to your tins, you take it to the oven and you bake that for at least 18 to 20 minutes at 170 degree, okay. Here I have the buttercream, the vanilla buttercream that we made on a series part 1, okay. If you haven't watched the one, when you finish this one you have to go and wash the one, okay, because I share how I make this buttercream. This one is my vanilla buttercream, which I add cocoa powder. The quantities and everything you're gonna find as well on my ebook, okay. Like I mentioned before, I'm just show you how to prepare my cakes, okay. If you want to know the quantities and the how to how to make it and everything, all the description and everything is all in my ebook, okay. Here is just it's just to show you the step by step of how to prepare, okay. I don't want people just buy ebook and they after they feel like they are lost. No, I like to teach, okay. I like to teach how to make it, and the recipes you can find in my ebook, okay. As you can see, that's very easy to make even if you never baked before, okay. Even if you never baked before, my recipes, you're gonna make it very easily. And the ebook, my ebook is the price of 2 coffees. It's only £8.99. Okay, you buy the ebook with your first recipe you make. You pay the ebook. That's how cheap my ebook is. Okay, and the quality of these cakes, you're gonna love it. The next recipe we're gonna make, of course, it's the Biscoff cake. People love Biscoff cake. Biscoff cake is very similar to the vanilla cake. Okay, only the difference is I use a light brown sugar, okay, or soft brown sugar, and I use stock. I don't use a butter, I use stock for my cakes, and I use a little bit of oil as well. All the quantities on my ebook. Okay, the oil will help your cake to stay moist for longer. If you are making these cakes to eat at home with your family in the same day, you don't need the oil. But if not, you need to add a little bit of oil if this cake is gonna be fresh for a long time. Okay, and I use as well large eggs. I have mentioned about all these on part 1 of our series, because that's why that part 1 is very important. Okay, I use double cream as well for my cakes, okay, to help the cake to be more flavor, okay, and moist as well. Nobody deserves to eat a dry cake. I don't use a cake syrup for these cakes, but if you want to, you can use a cake syrup, but you don't really need it. Okay, so it's very simple. If you wanted to make it like you, if you watch the part 1 where we make Funfetti cake, the step of this one is very similar to make a Funfetti cake because it's the same recipes. Okay, only the way how you make it may be a little bit of difference. Okay, but it's same recipe. Okay, I use a cake release for my tins, but some people don't really think that you need, but I do. I've been doing it for over years. I do like to add it. Okay, I don't know if I have mentioned before, but in this mini series I'll be only making half recipes because I'm using only these recipes, these videos, to create this series. Okay, it's not for a order. Okay, I'm gonna be giving this for my friends, my neighbors, okay, for the kids. We're gonna be eating it at home as well, but I'm not making it for sale. This now here, I'm only making it for this series. Okay, for the Biscoff buttercream is the same buttercream that we made. Like I mentioned before, I only use the one buttercream recipe, and for this one I use about 250 grams of buttercream. I don't mind to say that, and I add 2 tablespoons of Biscoff spread, okay, to that buttercream. Okay, and you mix it very well with a spatula, and that's it. You have a Biscoff buttercream. Okay, but that's all as again on the ebook. Okay, I'm gonna leave the link of the ebook in the description box. Okay, if you want to check it out, it's everything over there. Okay, so that's it. If you want to add a label to your cake tins, to the lid of it, to give it look more professional, you can find people on Fiverr or even on Etsy, okay, to create these labels for your cake. Okay, very easy to make, and you can sell it on eBay. I saw people sell it on Amazon, but I do sell mine on Facebook Marketplace, on Etsy, on eBay. Okay, and you can sell it for your local customer, for your neighbors, okay? Talk about it if you want to start to sell it. Let your neighbors know that you sell cakes, okay? Okay, I will hope that you enjoy to watch this part 2 of our series, and I will see you in part 3. Bye!